It's the 15th of April 1912 and the Titanic was setting out for its 5-day journey, only to be cut short by hitting an iceberg at around 11:40 p.m, killing around 1,500 people of what was 2,224. Now, why am I telling you this? Well, if you missed the news yesterday, there was a whole Black Ops 4 reveal event. I don't know if you saw it. Kind of revealed 3 different zombie maps, and one of those we're going to be talking about today. But before I get into that, make sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button as well if you are new, because I'm going to be hitting you guys with tons of BO4 content. This is only the beginning, my friends, or only the tip of the iceberg. Yep, sorry, Titanic joke. Is it too soon? Probably, yeah, probably. But anyway, so if you missed the news, we had 3 maps here revealed yesterday. We've got 9, which I'll be breaking down in a future video. That one's taking a little bit longer because it's a bigger map. There's loads of stuff in the trailer that mind blown, honestly, mind blown. But we also had Blood of the Dead, which again I'll be jumping into. What I think the story will be revolving around that in a future video. But today we're focusing on Voyage of Despair, or the map that is featured, or the map that has in it the Titanic. The map itself is the Titanic, right? So if you missed it, we've got these 4 new characters. We've got Charlotte, Shaw, Diego, and Bruno. There we go. I had to look at my bit of paper, forgot his name. Rip the dream. But I'll have those names off like that here in a second. But anyway, so we're following these new characters across their journey. I'm going to get into how they actually arrived onto the Titanic, or how I think they arrived on the Titanic, in the 9 video. So it's going to be a little bit confusing in the 9 video, but it makes more sense to talk about it over there rather than in this video. But in this video, we're going to be talking about the Titanic map, Voyage of Despair, and basically some theories that I have about it, and basically the whole map in general. So first thing I want to get into, so obviously it's a well-known fact that the Titanic sank because it hit an iceberg, right? So in the actual trailer right at the end, we're going to focus on this for a little while. The Titanic is seen moving, and our 4 characters is stood at the top of the stairs shooting zombies, throwing bombs at them, whatever you want to call it. And then this massive iceberg appears in the background. Now, what I want to talk about this is not the iceberg, not the ship, but the actual map itself. Now, in zombies, we have obviously experienced dynamic maps before with transit and the bus, right? So bus route and riding the bus to get around the map. Shadows of Evil had a train, all of that stuff. Now, what if Treyarch took it slightly bit bigger, okay? Now, the Titanic obviously hit an iceberg, but what if, in this map, the map hits an iceberg? Bear with me. Okay, so throughout the map, we're obviously riding this Titanic, and as we progress through the rounds, this Titanic is making its way through the ocean, right? So what if, at a certain point during your game, maybe round 20, maybe round 30, I don't know, the Titanic will actually strike this iceberg, and the map will begin to change, and the map will become more dynamic, more interactable, because instead of having this ship that is just forever good and is just a linear map, what if it hitting the iceberg, the water level raises in some parts of the map, so you have to start swimming through some of it. The map like gets cut off because part of the ship has broken off, or I don't know. It could open some different avenues, maybe some different zombies of like fallen crew from the ocean, swim up through the ocean and actually start walking across the ship, maybe Ghost of the Damned, I don't really know. However, I wanted to play about this idea and this theory that I wanted to give to you guys, or talk about. What if, in Black Ops 4, Blundell said that these maps are going to be bigger and better than they've ever done, more sort of interactive and more replayable? The map changing halfway through your game is definitely going to make this thing more replayable. So what if that's the case? What if the map changes after the map hits an iceberg? I don't know, definitely a theory. I think it's an interesting theory to play around with. It probably won't happen because the logistical side of it will probably be a nightmare. However, I think it'd be pretty cool if that did happen, and it could possibly, I don't know, I want to run by that. But moving away from the iceberg and the actual map, I don't know if you guys heard that. Apparently I'm low on disk space, but I don't have the disk that it's... Anyway, I'm getting off track. So I want to now talk about the characters. So I know this isn't really focusing on the Titanic map, but I wanted to include it in this video because in the trailer for this video, we actually get to see the characters a little bit more, sort of in action, and it kind of makes more sense to talk about them within this video because it seems like they're more in their natural state, if that makes sense. Like in the beginning of the 9 trailer, we see them in the same sort of clothes as to what they are in the Titanic. So possibly it makes more sense to talk about them now as we're talking about Titanic map rather than in the 9 map where they're slightly different. So I wanted to talk about each character, go through my theories on them, and just throw some ideas out there basically. So we've got Bruno, Charlotte, Shaw and Diego. Now I was watching the trailer and I didn't really pick up on it yesterday because I was kind of like, ugh, you know, through the whole thing I was just in awe and I couldn't really say anything. But after sleeping on it, watching the trailer a couple more hundred times, I think there could be hints within the trailer that zombie classes, character classes, are going to be more of a prominent thing within Black Ops 4. Now bear with me here. So in the trailer we see each character fighting in their own sort of solo moment in the trailer, right? So we've got a moment with Shaw with his splash bombs, moment with Diego, Charlotte and Bruno individually throughout the trailer. Now I wanted to go through each of them. I have the moments looped here as I'm talking about each character. So I want to start off with Shaw because I think he's the most interesting one, or who I presume is Shaw. I'm not really too sure. I'm not really too sure. I'm pretty sure this guy is Shaw, and he kind of... You don't really see him use a weapon or a knife. He kind of has these green bombs, right, that he kind of throws at zombies and they just kind of explode. It reminds me of the Mob of the Dead Blundergat or Acid Gat effect, where you shoot the zombie with the Acid Gat and it blows up in green goo and basically kills the zombie, right? So that kind of what reminds me of it. But what if Shaw as a character and as a playable character, what if he's like an alchemy wizard, medic type class? Medic, I want to put a question mark next to it. Now throughout the trailer he's seen throwing these green bombs of liquid at zombies and they're killing them. So what if his sort of specialist ability, which I'll get into a bit later down in the video, what if his specialist ability is the ability to throw potions instead of using guns? Now he's obviously probably going to use guns, but his like trademark ability is maybe to use potions to kill zombies. What if it's a secondary grenade or maybe a specialist ability that the player can activate throughout the gameplay to basically turn the tide on these zombies? Could that be a possibility? I don't know. Moving back to the classes, Shaw, normally in games the medic class, if he is a medic, this is all based on if this is true, right? What if Shaw as a character, so in the menu you can select which character you want to play, what class you want to play. We saw this in Extinction. What if he has less health but he's a faster character, so he can actually move and he's more agile at darting around the zombies because he needs to go revive teammates? And this again is a very far out there theory. What if perks and the whole perk system is completely just blown out of the water and you don't buy perks anymore? Because throughout each trailer I've combed through each of them, I can't see a single perk. So what if the perks are exclusive things to the original 4 and the Ether storyline, right? So the Horizon Drac and the Shadow of Evil, all of that stuff. What if the perks are exclusive to that storyline and we're not going to be seeing them in the 9 or the new storyline that Treyarch are creating? What if it's player based rather than something that you buy on the map? So if that's true, Shaw could have a quicker revive ability. He's faster, he has less health, but he can revive teammates quicker. Could that be a possibility? I don't know. Moving on to Charlotte. Now she's probably the most interesting and probably the one that I struggled with the most in trying to put a class to her, because she kind of uses the same sort of stuff as the other characters, and honestly I really did struggle with trying to pick up something that would be her specialist ability or something that would make her different from the other characters. And I think I've got some ideas, but I don't know, I'm going to run it past you. So In the trailer, she's shown using a device to open the safe. Now, what if that's hinting at maybe a trap specialist? So somebody who can activate traps quicker or at a cheaper price, or maybe even design her own traps that she can throw down and zombies get killed in them. Or maybe she's a faster builder. So if there's buildables on the map, maybe she can build them faster than other characters. Maybe she can see the parts for them on her actual HUD. All possible. Now, her specialist ability, which would obviously be both bumpers, whereas Shaw's was his potions, I think Charlotte's will probably be her dual pistols. She's only shown using dual pistols, I think, once or twice during the trailer, where she's in that corridor and she's shooting one zombie and then she turns around and shoots the other one the other way, right? Maybe she has dual pistols, maybe that's her specialist ability. Don't really know. I think it's possible, right? Bruno, I'm putting him down. Oh, sorry. Charlotte, I would call like an assassin type class, okay? Bruno, I would call like a tank class. He's shown in the trailer being very physical, very sort of, you know? So, I'd put him down to a tank class. Maybe his specialist ability or his ability that the player could activate at times of need is like kind of like a rampage, like uppercutting zombies all the time. He's shown with brass knuckles. And it's well known that in Black Ops 3, obviously everybody wanted Takio's katana and like Richtofen's bone saw and all of this signature character stuff. So maybe Treyarch have taken that and have been like, yes, we want these characters to have something original that they can use throughout the map. So what if Bruno's ability is to have brass knuckles and he can just rampage through zombies and he's like a melee specialist? Maybe. Obviously with the tank class he would be having slower movement, but he would have more health, so he'd be able to endure more zombie hits before going down. So he's basically your like amped up Jug character, right? So maybe having that more health will allow him to take more hits and basically sort of help his team out by being more tanky against hordes of zombies. Last but not least, Diego. Again, difficult one. Didn't really know what to pin him down on. I would put him down as the assault class, so just your generic, like, standard health, standard movement guy. Probably one that more newer players or newer players to the game, newer players to the actual mode would probably pick because he's the most balanced, easiest to use, possibly. I don't know. I put his special ability down to dual knife, so maybe he can do like a, you know, like a stab thing. He's shown once in the trailer, like jumping off a ledge and like putting knives. I'll just show you in the background here, putting knives into zombies' heads. Possible. Don't know if that's going to be true or not. We'll see. But I don't know. Maybe that's something that Treyarch are playing around with. Zombie classes, sort of individual abilities, individual weapons. Certainly make the game more interesting because you could switch up what character you could use. Maybe experiment which one is best for high rounds, because maybe Bruno might have more health but he's slower, so maybe Diego would be better to go with because he's just a standard run and gun, but then maybe Shaw is better because he has that self-heal ability. Maybe he could throw down a bomb that could heal him. I don't know, it's definitely possible. He's also shown in the trailer dropping like a blue liquid into I think he calls it the cargo bay or something like that, and it knocks out a guard. Maybe he has a sleeper dart or sleeper potion that puts the zombies to sleep, much like the EMP grenades in BO2. Don't know, definitely possible, but just wanted to run that by you because I think that's something maybe possible, maybe interesting, I don't know. Now, I actually wanted to talk about the Titanic map or Voyage of Despair in general, because there's a couple of things that I picked out from the trailer that I thought were kind of interesting. So obviously you've got this amulet thing that the guy puts together, and it puts a bubble around them, right? And then black souls go out into the world and create zombies. I'll have more discussion on that in the 9 video, but I wanted to bring that up right now because there's something interesting in the video, and I haven't seen anyone really pinpoint what it is. Obviously we don't know what it is because we haven't seen any gameplay of it yet, but it's this Viking statue. I have a picture of it right now, and I think I've got a sort of an idea of what it could be, but it's probably not. So In Revelations, now bear with me, I know I've just gone like way over there, but in Revelations, Dr. Monty says to our characters, or somewhere in BO3, I don't know if it is Revelations actually. Is it Revelations? Yes, I think it is. But in Revelations, Dr. Monty says a quote that basically tells our characters, you would be amazed what you would see in other universes. Now, could that play? I'm going to have more of Dr. Monty in a zombies video, like separate in general, of how it fits into the Ether storyline and all of that sort of stuff, and Dr. Monty comes up a lot in that. But I want to bring him up right now because he basically talked about these universes that were more dangerous than the one that the original 4 were in. Now, Element 115 was obviously the original 4's one, right? So in this new storyline, it definitely seems like this amulet thing sort of summons the souls of the dead to sort of take over living people's bodies, to turn them into zombies, turn them into undead, and they're called spirits. I don't know, I don't really know how to describe them, but maybe that's the special round of this map. Now, in the trailer again, we've seen this robe guy appear, right? And he grabs the amulet thing, puts a bubble around himself and our new 4 characters, and sends out souls into the world, and Charlotte is seen kicking him out of the aura, and he turns into a zombie. So what if the special round is one of these guys walking out into the map, doing that, sending out these black spirit things, and the way that us, as the players, can avoid these things is by going to the Viking statues and basically hiding in them. Now, stay with me. Stay with me. In the trailer, the Viking statues just seem to appear, right? Now, I thought originally, maybe that's just because it's like showing the change of the map, how these black soul spirits are coming out and destroying the Titanic, making it less habitable. But what if, this is a big what if, this is Dr. Monty giving our original 4 characters, or the voice that we see at the beginning of the 9 trailer. So it's either these 2 characters, it's either Dr. Monty, or it's the voice character that's like, heed my warning, you know, to our original 4 as their...
Ah, travelers, you come seeking answers. Hear my voice, heed my warning.
Drinking the liquid. What if she or Dr. Monty is sending in these Viking statues because they create an aura like the orange bubble that protects our original, I keep saying original, our new characters from these black spirits. So maybe at the start of the map, she or Dr. Monty spawns in these statues and then they're soul boxes, so as the game progresses we have to charge them up. I'll show you where I think the charge up is on this thing. We have to charge them up, and then at a certain point, maybe like round 5, round 10, whatever, these spirits come out, like the map gets darker, the spirits come out, and we have to activate these statues to create this aura to protect us, because otherwise we're going to start getting damaged and turn into a zombie. I don't know. That's what I thought with the Viking statue. I didn't think it was like just like a generic thing. It definitely seemed like they focused on it quite a bit. But that would be my kind of guess. So the special round is like the spirits, and then these Viking statues, instead of just killing the spirits, we actually have to just sort of protect ourselves in these bubbles. And maybe that's a thing. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about is slightly before or slightly after the statue, we actually see this super weird box. I'm not kidding you. This super weird box that kind of like sucks a group of like 3 or 4 people into it to basically bring it into existence, right? It's like a red particle-y, like zappy thing that kind of engulfs these 4 people, and then the box kind of just appears and there's skulls on the front of it. So what if that's either hinting at the soul box, or what everybody's saying it is the magic box? Could be either thing. If it is the magic box, then that's one overlap from the original 4's universe, so the Shadows of Evil universe. The mystery box is kind of present in all universes rather than just the original 4's. But one thing that Blundell said when he was talking about other features is he said, or the mutations, sorry, he said that the magic box had multiple sort of what was his wording? Multiple uses, which I thought was kind of weird. Like, so if you look at the mystery box that we know, right, what it does is you buy it for $9.50 and it gives you a random gun, right? So Blundell was kind of hinting at maybe it gives you something else as well. So maybe this new mystery box that we've seen gives you guns, but it also does something else at the same time. Maybe you like kill zombies next to it and it changes its ability or something, or maybe like you melee it or get something. Maybe you upgrade the box somehow. I don't really know. But what if that's a possibility? Also, this beeping thing is driving me nuts, okay? I don't know what it is, but it keeps going off. I don't know if you can hear it. You probably can, but it's driving me nuts, okay? Just wanted to say that in there. But yeah, two things that are very interesting. The statue and also the magic box. They could either... I could be wrong, I could be right. I don't really know. I think the box is definitely more reliable in saying that it's a mystery box, and then the statue, honestly, we don't really know. It could be a part of the wonder weapon for all we know. Don't really know, to be honest with you. Could be anything, but I just want to put that theory out there because me personally, I don't think we're going to see like hellhounds return or anything like that, because hellhounds were very like Richtofen and Maxis sort of things, you know. It's Fluffy, it's Samantha's dog, and for them to cross over into this universe, this new universe, wouldn't really make any sense at all. So they got to do something like special. I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know. But anyway, that was my coverage of the Voyage of Despair, or as I'm going to call it, Never Let Go map. Never let go, Jack. Never let go. But yeah, interesting. I'm looking forward to playing it. Let me know what you guys' thoughts, feelings, and emotions are towards this map. Are you going to be playing this one first, or are you going to jump in on mine? No, 9 or Blood of the Dead. I almost said Mob of the Dead, but it's not that. It's Blood of the Dead. So, which map are you going to jump in? Are you going to be jumping into this one first to see what it's all about? Let me know down in the comments. What do you guys think about this Viking statue? Do you actually think I could be right, or do you think it's something completely different? Leave your suggestions down below. I'm super interested to actually hear what you guys think. And also, classes, do you think that could be a thing? Don't know. All possible ideas. I'm just really throwing out some theories to you guys, seeing what you guys think. But we are now counting down the days. I think it's like 147 days. I imagine we'll get more zombies info at E3. Super exciting stuff. I have more BO4 content coming out over the coming days. I've actually got another BO4 video scheduled for another, like, not tomorrow, but the day after. Which is what? That's Sunday. Sunday or Monday, another BO4 video. We're going to be covering 9, I think, or it might be Blood of the Dead. Don't really know. But stay tuned, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe for all future BO4 content. I'll catch you guys in the stream / another BO4 video very soon. Very exciting times. I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are as well. And don't forget, never let go.